on YouTube. YouTube? You're like that.
YouTube. All right, here's a little update video on the Saturn Catamaran 12-foot boat that we bought. Giving you a little view here. Of course, we bought the top. That's separate. I would definitely highly suggest that. You know, it's like, I think it was like 80 bucks for this one, or no, it was like 110 for this one. It might have been like 150 for the big one, I forget. I don't know, this one was definitely more than enough for this one, and it collapses, so you're already trying to store this boat and make it as small as possible when you're transporting it. So this was very nice. It basically breaks down into a bag smaller than that red thing right in front of you there. Be sure to subscribe to SK Lifestyle. Yeah, that's right. You just want to hit that subscribe button right there and the notification bell. So you can see I got a bunch of gear on here. I do have a two-stroke 6-horsepower motor on the back of this baby. I was doing about maybe 13 on some nice calm water. It rides pretty well. It feels kind of weird feeling the water under your feet, but I will say, like, I'll stand up right now. So, you know, I'm standing on the boat. You need some sea legs, but you know, it's not bad at all. Like, look at my feet. I mean, it's not bad. I can walk around here. Yeah, I might, you know, put my hand over to this top or something, or just take another step, but you can walk around on this floor, which is nice. And I will say, as far as the whole open floor piece, I do like it. It's very nice to kind of reboard when you're in the water. Kids had a bunch of fun with it, of course, climbing over the sides as well. One thing is, we obviously need to tow from these rings over here. We did accidentally tow from this one. It was a crazy storm. Maybe I'll try to cut to a quick shot of that video. Oh, this would be epic on the ski right now. This would be epic. You can see the storm coming in. We're barely hanging on. Going into the creek because we couldn't make it back to the lake house in time. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? So that it did work, but you can kind of see there's a little gap now, and if I go over to the back, you can see there's much more than a gap. We used to, the boat, or the floor used to come back to right here. So what happened is, clearly towing the boat pulled the floor forward. Now, it was a crazy storm, so we just kind of rushed, and we probably weren't thinking as much as just clip it on and come on, let's go, let's lock everything down and go. But you know, that's something to be mindful of. That said, I mean, even in that, I mean, we got towed almost like 20 miles an hour, and you know, it was fine. Got the little ladder there. I'm still waiting to do a review on that. I got to tie it up and so forth, but I think it's nice to have, you know, if somebody has trouble with that, or just climbing over the sides and like grabbing that handle and that one and, you know, pulling themselves in. You know, if you don't got the seat on, obviously maybe you'll even grab that. But now, what else can I talk about? The oars, I mean, they seem nice. I definitely wouldn't want to have to rely on them, but they're in a pretty good position and so forth. I will say this thing is sturdy. It's definitely nice and solid, and you know, a lot of the family said the same thing. You know, they kind of pull up to it and they're like, oh man, this is a lot more rugged than I thought, you know, it would be. You know what I mean? And it's true. Even I think that it's pretty nice. And I had it hanging off the dock for a couple of days. Obviously, you know, I have it sitting in the right way so that wherever the wind's blowing, you know, it's not constantly pushing against the dock. You know what I mean? Try to cause as less stress as possible. But you know, it's been holding up well, and there's a pretty good amount of room. Now I was on here the other day with 3 younger kids, and it didn't seem too bad. You know, I was with one other adult and there was plenty of room. Now you're supposed to fit up to 5 people. It might start to feel a little cramped with that, and you'll definitely want a stronger motor than a 6 horsepower if you're gonna have 5 people. But that said, you know, if 5 people or 6 people were just hanging out right now sitting on it, you'd feel completely comfortable, no questions at all, and that's really cool. Obviously the only thing this kind of boat lacks is storage, and so that's why we got this right here. Now this has been really nice. The pad, I will say, is very hard, and I'll do my own video on this, so I'm not going to go crazy into it, but it is, you know, something that sits over the seat, and then it gives you storage all the way underneath. Now I'm able to fit an anchor in here, fire extinguisher, all that kind of stuff. You know, there's no storage on the boat, so this is my storage. Now there's another seat, so we'll probably end up getting one more of these, just so that you could really have some storage in each. And you know, you got a little sunglass holder, bottle holder, quick access to your phone, and yeah, it zips right on and off. That's pretty nice. So that was my solution to that. I will also say my solution to this top, once you put it down, you can kind of adjust the straps to kind of be farther back so that, you know, it can sit back there. But you can see I got these bungee cords, so I have been using these bungee cords to kind of wrap around these 2 legs and then you know, lock it off, just to make it more secure when it's hanging out, you know, overnight and so forth. The transom and everything has been kind of fine. It did seem to take on some water initially. I mean, you can see there's a little bit of water back there, and I kind of splashed some on the boat, so that's not really a lot at all. But before, there was a good amount of water coming back there. You can see I did purposely take these plugs out because obviously I was driving, and then, you know, you can push the water out that way. I've kind of since left them out, and I will say since then the water has ceased to stay in here as much. So you know, just something to think of. Your D-Money chilling on the inflatable. Well, you said you wanted to go tubing.
That's our beginner's tubing right there.
Yeah.
We'll step that tomorrow.
Now, of course, I will do more videos on this boat. This isn't going to be the only one, but I was just hanging out, you know, had a little energy, so I figured why not bust the camera open and do a quick just look at this Saturn. I think it's a MC 365. Of course, I'll put the correct name up in the title and all that. But yeah, this catamaran boat has pretty much impressed everybody, and it has impressed me as well thus far. So be sure to leave your comments down below. Make sure you're hitting that like button if this video was helpful to you. Even if you hate this boat and you now know it because of this video, be sure to hit the like button for that. Let YouTube know that this was helpful to you, and be sure to hit that subscribe button too. SK Lifestyle. Oh, all right, so we got all tied off and everything, and it's done. Hi. Everybody made it. Say hi. Had to get a nice shot of the boat, you know? Life jacket on, anchor is back on because we will be re-anchoring soon, so I still got it out. And yeah, I'm gonna just start going now because the family's definitely gonna get there in a speedboat faster than me. getting some more flat water, starting to plane out. That should do them like 10, 12, 13. We ended up sitting at the dock, drying out, having a little happy hour, just sitting there.
Yep. What up, SK?
Oh, what's up, Daria?
Hey.
Making moves in the lake. So Sarah, we need to give you a map of the lake.
Yes. So the thing is, like, I just don't ever trust her. So I'm always like nervous.
Because when we pulled this yesterday, we pulled it by the floor instead of the two rings you guys are next to on the
This?
yeah. So you see how far it is away from the front now?
Yeah.
So it kind of pulled it out, and when it did that, the two tubes got closer. So now it's harder to put the seat in and make it stay. So I'd have to deflate like this side or something, put the seat in, and then re-inflate this side. I didn't want to bother doing that because it's only going to be in the water for today. Cold? Trying to warm up?
I'm pretty sure I am. How can you be pretty sure you're trying to warm up? That makes no sense. Go until the sun, then come back out. Okay. Sorry, actually. I'm going